Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today is July 9th, 2020. And the question I'm asking myself, and I hope to pose it to the dear listeners, is where do we stand today? The question that we should be asking ourselves is where do we stand as humans, as part of the humanity? Where do we stand as Muslims? Where do we stand as Shias? Last week was the Independence Day of the United States of America. I don't know how many of us have read the Declaration of Independence, but it basically denounces the system of subjugation and defines the rights of people. These rights are a subset of the rights defined by our fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin Salam in Risalatul Hukuk. A very profound statement of this Declaration of Independence is, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, there is a component of confusion in the statement where it says all men are created equal, but one could argue that many of the members of the first Congress owned slaves which were not treated equal. So how can one say that all men are created equal? But in principle, this is a fundamental truth that we as Muslims believe in. This is what we should adhere to. However, Shaitan has engulfed us so much in the worldly affairs that we have lost our way. We cannot differentiate between our rights and responsibilities. We don't hear the wailing mothers, crying children, and are busy in sharing on social media while the world burns around us. Even the signs of Allah witnessed in the first 6 months of 2020 did not change us. Now we are even immune to these signs while the virus continues to impact and ravage United States with the highest numbers of cases reported in one day. During this period of the last 6 months, we tried to discuss few topics. There were a series of discussions, but they can be classified in 4 big categories. First, the signs of Allah and how they came to prior nations and how they're coming to us. Second, the economic developments and their impacts. Third, the social unrest and the degree of discrimination, and why religious discrimination as practiced by many countries against Shias, including Saudi Arabia, is of the same category as racial discrimination. And fourth, what can and should be done. What do these signs mean, especially for us, the Shias of America? Now is the time to act. Now is the time to gather our energies and march in one direction to make a difference for not only us and for our future generations, but for those who see us as the only source of hope in the world. Now is the time to be united. Over the next few days, we will be discussing the following: understanding the current situation and where we stand with examples, understanding the reasons shared that at least from the discussions that we've had of inaction. Why don't we act? And then understanding what are the true reasons, not the reasons that have been shared, but what are the true reasons for this inaction. And how do we take our message and take it broad and wide? And then talking about one specific proposal and importance of action now that we can take over the next 4 months that will change, or at least try to change, our destiny. We are embarking, inshallah, on a 4-step process, a 4-step journey. Our first goal is to create awareness and start the dialogue. Next step will be shared in Zulhajj, inshallah. May Allah help us for the sake of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad and guide us towards the right path. Inshallah. We'll talk to you inshallah again soon.